Tonight, we continue our series of reports on the Massachusetts ballot questions for the November election. Our goal here is to help you better understand what you're voting on.
Question 5 asks voters to weigh in on whether the state should raise the minimum wage for tipped workers. It's an initiative that has been met with major pushback by many in the restaurant industry. NBC 10's Bianca Beltran explains.
In Massachusetts, the minimum wage for tipped workers is $6.75, provided that tips bring them up to at least $15 an hour. If tips don't make up the difference, their employers are required to. Question 5 aims to phase out that tipped minimum wage by gradually increasing the minimum hourly wage over 5 years. Waitstaff could still collect tips, but if an employer pays at least the state minimum wage, they would be allowed to pool and share those tips with non-tipped workers. Circus Cooperative Cafe operates on a similar model. Worker owner candidate Miles Taylor supports Question 5 because he says it makes wages more predictable and could help equalize pay between customer-facing workers and those in the kitchen.
A lot of folks in back of house are our most vulnerable citizens right now. It's folks that don't have a firm grip on English enough to be able to work server positions. Making sure that they have a better wage is really, really important to me because I've witnessed that disparity over and over again everywhere I've worked.
There you go. You're welcome.
The option to pool tips has been met with backlash from many servers and bartenders like Tracy Mota, who also believes customers will spend or tip less.
Well, if you calculate, okay, so minimum wage is $15, multiply with, let's just say 40 hours, that's $600. That's pretty much, I make a lot more than that. I mean, so that's a pay decrease for me.
Restaurant owner Neil Levine estimates his annual operating costs would increase by $189,000 a year for payroll.
I could take a $189,000 loss. I could lay off staff. I could raise my prices. If Question 5 were to pass, these are hard choices that we have to make.
Estefania Galvis is part of the One Fair Wage campaign, which is advocating for Question 5 and similar ballot initiatives across the country. She argues in the long term, by paying higher wages, businesses could see reduced turnover.
This is going to really help our economy thrive and our workers stay longer in their jobs and be able to be left out of poverty.
So voting yes on Question 5 requires employers to cover the full minimum wage for tipped workers and allows them to pool tips, whereas voting no on Question 5 maintains the current system where tips cover part of the minimum wage. Reporting in the newsroom, I'm Bianca Beltran, NBC 10 Boston.
For more on the ballot questions, just scan that QR code on your screen. It'll take you to NBC10boston.com, where we have a comprehensive guide on all 5 questions.